Hello folks, and welcome to another Richard Head Longbows video. This is the channel where we make videos to help you make bows and arrows, or some of them are a little bit silly, a lot of them are instructional, but most of them come from the heart and from our years of experience. Talking of years, I'm getting on in years a bit, and I'm starting to suffer that some of those things that, well, we all seem to suffer from as we get older, and one of those is a bad back. My regular viewers will know that I have had a bad back and it's still grumbling on a bit, and thank you massively to all those who've been asking about my well-being. It's really appreciated. I am now back starting making bows again. I made a fairly lightweight bow the other day because one of the problems with making bows is actually bracing them. It is something I covered in a video where we talk about injury, where people bracing bows can injure their backs if they're doing it incorrectly, or indeed just using a bow that's quite heavy in weight. But I am now going to give a go, or have a go, at making a bow which is of more target weight, so a gentleman's weight bow. This actually wants to be a 60-pound bow eventually, or certainly that's what the customer is after. This is a lemonwood bow with a yew core and a bamboo backing, and it's got a set back in it as well, which I'll show in some close-up footage, which is probably on the screen now. The centre laminate of yew here is actually two shorter pieces of yew that we've jointed together, so the joint's underneath the handle there. You can just see the ends either side of that laminate and where it's being glued together. It's then sandwiched in between the lemonwood and the bamboo on the back here, and you can still see the lines there from the marking out of the handle and the centre line that I marked with the C there. And also I've put the details of what the bow's intended to be, just so we can keep a track of that sort of thing as we're working on more than one bow at a time. Now, one of the issues that I am going to find when using this, as far as making it goes, is the knock end, because I'm going to need to put some tillering grooves into here, which I haven't put in yet. I've managed to do all the other work without much problem, done all the roughing out and what have you. So I am going to need to put some tillering grooves into here, which will allow me to brace the bow with a tillering string rather than trying to do the traditional push-pull method, putting it into your foot and pushing with the other hand, which my back's just not up to at the moment. So yeah, I'm going to get this one on the tiller now. The advantage with the tiller is, of course, that it's using pulleys, so a lot of that weight is taken away for me. So I'm going to tentatively, if I can get the word out, have a go at putting this bow on the tiller and seeing how far I can actually get in making a bow of a decent weight at the moment. Let's see. I've already got the beginnings of my tillering groove in here. This is the top limb, hence the shape, the swoop that this comes down on the belly of the bow because of the single laden loop that we're using here on the string. I've just started putting a groove in here for the bracing cord, which will go around the top here, allowing me to use a bracing cord that won't slip into this tillering groove, pushing the string out, so that I don't have to use the push-pull method that I was just demonstrating. So I'm going to carry on putting that in. I'm using this rat tail rasp here. I don't need to swoop this round at all, because obviously this is just a normal string, just a thin nylon string that we use as a bracing cord. And if you're wondering, these will all disappear once we actually put the horn nocks on, so you don't need to worry about them too much. Let's check if that's going to fit now. This is it's just a nylon string. Oh yeah, that'll fit in there nicely. Okay, that'll allow me to brace the bow, hopefully, without damaging my back anymore. And while I'm at it, I'm going to deepen these grooves a little bit more. That'll stop the string falling out, hopefully. it's always wise to check once you've put your initial tillering grooves in that they remain deep enough as you're working on the bow, as you're using the rasp and working away at the bow. You may find that these start to disappear slightly. You may need to redo them to stop the string falling out. Again, I can check that with the string that I've got here. Okay, so that's going to sit in there a lot better. And the bracing cord will go on there. There we are. Right, I can get this on the tiller now and, well, yeah, see if I can manage to pull it or not. As you can see, the bow's up on the tiller now. There's been no tension put into the bow at all. The bow hasn't been braced. I've just got that string loose, so the bottom loop, the bowyer's knocked at the bottom there, and the single loop into the top groove there, that groove that you saw me adjust earlier on. So I'm going to give this a go now, see if I can tiller this bow without it hurting my back. Okay, luckily the pulley system on here is taking a lot of the weight for me, so I'm not experiencing any twinges, which is nice. So this will allow me to see where I need to remove wood or where I need to leave it alone to try and get that bend even on that bow. Well, that's great, at least I know I can carry on with this bow. So join us in the next video where I'll show you some more of the tillering stages of this particular bow so you can follow along and see how well I do. If you want to see more in-depth videos about tillering, then simply look at the playlist that I'm putting on the screen here, which shows you all the bow making videos and all the tillering videos that we've done. If you'd like to like and subscribe, that's also on the screen as well. We'll see you next time, folks, and wish me luck. Thanks very much for watching.